apparently he's like, he did a specialty interview saying that, you know, he didn't get a call from Michael. He just got this letter giving him permission to do both of those songs.
He like wanted him to do it. Yeah. Michael is a Weird Al fan.
He's like, he did a specialty interview saying,
it definitely helped him stay popular. The songs themselves, obviously, not Michael.
Now we're simulcasting, Tommy. We're live. What's up, Ed? Just let me do my little intro real quick. I mean, if you gotta let me go, you do. But, yo, what's up, everybody? I'm sick. I just woke up. I'm so sorry. I slept through the show. I can't believe I've done this. I'm sweating. I'm hot. And I got a headache. And I'm live now on Throwdown. And at the same time that I'm live here on Throwdown starting this show, Tommy NC called me while he's doing his own live show. So we're just kind of talking here for a few minutes. Tommy, what do you want to do, man? Do you want to stay this way for a few minutes, or do you want me to hang up? You want to hang up on me and then come on my show later, or do you want to finish yours, or what do you want to do?
Yeah, I'll finish up my show here, and then I'll call into your show, okay?
All right, whatever you want to do, man. If you want to stay live and keep doing yours, that's cool too, and call me when you're done.
And folks, after I end the show, go check out of Nowhere. I will be on there also, and at some point after I end this show, and
it's Throwdown tonight.
I really wasn't
Throwdown tonight, Tommy.
And Throwdown. It's called Throwdown. And also, Joe, I need to talk to you about Patreon stuff like that, about going live on there, because I want to go live for my patrons and stuff like that. We need to talk about that at some point.
All right, yeah, I can help. Yeah, I can help you with that. I mean, you can do multiple things. Like, you can literally just put your YouTube link in there that's unlisted, or you can actually go live from Patreon app, but they charge you now for that. And
oh, really?
It's honestly not worth it. It's more worth it to just go live from your YouTube thing or whatever.
And you put a link on Patreon, am I right?
Right. Yeah, I'd just do that. I mean, then it opens in people's apps anyway, and you just make sure it's unlisted, and then it's exclusive, you know, unless people share the link, but then they're assholes.
Understand. So, folks, that's the great Joe Cronin. After the show is over, go check Out of Nowhere. Oh, Out of Nowhere.
It's Thursday Night Throwdown, though.
Thursday night.
Jesus.
I love you, Tommy, though. Yeah, I do. That was, and then you sang the Kenny Omega donation song. That's awesome. Oh my God, that's awesome.
Jam it in.
You did 3 different fucking things that were all going different directions. It was great.
Oh my God. I can't believe that. I love you, Tommy. By the way, Tommy, it's also on my other channel. It's back on my Corrupted channel. It's not on the Joe Cronin Show channel. So just as a reminder, it's youtube.com/corruptedpodcast is the YouTube channel now. So just so you remember, Tommy. But everybody go check out Tommy, too, man. Give him a sub tonight if you're listening. We're going to get 100-something in here. So, you know, Tommy NC 2010, man. You know, he's a good guy. I got my rap coming, man. I got my rap coming for that shit, man. I'm going up against Famous B, I believe. Oh, I didn't mean to swear. I'm sorry. Famous B.
I'm actually going up against me too, Joe, because I was selected also to be on that the rap thing.
Well, but I mean, I'm facing off Famous B first.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Now I know you're not supposed to really like, you know, go after the guy that you're rapping against. It's not really like that. So only my first half of my rap is attacking him. I'm going to play a little clip of it for everybody. I'm going to tease it for everybody. So look out. Maybe look out. Tommy, should I hang up on you and then you'll call back?
Yeah, just hang up on me and I will jump on your show at some point, okay?
All right, bro. Well, I'm glad you're talking about independent wrestling. You know I love it, man. That's how I do commentary for independent wrestling companies. And it's better than WWE, man. It really is, because they're just more involved in their stories.
You know, and Joe, at some point, you need to come down here to North Carolina and talk to my friend Tim for doing a show with TCW at some point. Show him your stuff. Maybe he might fly you down here.
If he's, if he wants. I mean, first of all, bring my name up because he might know who I am and find out if he hates me. And then second, I'll send him links to my commentary and the stuff I've done in the ring, and I'll do something, man. I'll do something crazy. Maybe that'll be how I come hang out with you. I don't know.
All right, chill, man.
All right, man. I'll see you, Tommy. See you in a minute.
Catch you later, Joe.
And, shit, man. Tommy now is gone. He'll call back. Tommy's such a good guy, man, in real life. Like, we really, you know, he's a good little guy. He really is. Except for I added him on Facebook again. You know, I finally added him back to Facebook. And, oh, my God, dude. He
how's that been for you?
Yeah, he's already called me like 9 times at like 3 in the morning on Facebook. Like, I don't know if you noticed, but Facebook calls are the worst. Like
they really are.
Like when you get a Facebook call, you're like, what the? It needs to be like really important or planned, like one of the two.
Yeah. Like,
I'm
like
annoyed
that
when
with
somebody
everything
sends me.
anyway.
I'm annoyed when someone sends me Facebook messages because I don't have the app, so I have to like go into the browser mode and fucking click on them. It's always something stupid anyway, or my roommate. I'm like, why are you fucking messaging me? You have my cell phone number.
Man, that Messenger's awesome though, Troy. I don't know how you cannot have that. That is the best because you can
It is awesome.
Because I don't send people messages on Facebook.
Well, like if you have the Messenger app though, it's like you just pick up your phone and go. You click the record button and you just go, hey man, what's up? And then like you send them an audio
like that's
message.
what I like about when people ask for like text sessions. Like at my leisure, I can text or I can just send a quick minute like audio clip if I don't want to type everything. Yeah. It's like it's nice to have the options and shit.
Yeah, I mean,
let's go see the last time I initiated a Facebook, if ever, conversation. When's the last time I sent somebody a message?
Yeah.
Let's see if I can find out.
Well, if you never use it, then that's a whole other thing.
Yeah, if you don't use it. But like the Facebook call thing is so weird because you know when you click it, like it's like videos on you and everything, and you're like, what is this person calling me? I'm sorry, guys. I don't know.
It can start like you can even start it on accident sometimes.
I don't know if people. I don't know if people have been donating, but if you have, I'm sorry. I'm gonna get the donations up in a minute. And I'm sorry again that I'm late. I literally just woke up in a sweat. Leah told me, and I just couldn't get up, man. I was in a coma. I really feel fucking horrible right now, but here we are. I can't believe fucking Scott and Troy are here, man. It's like 11:37. I don't know. I don't know how long this episode will be, but we'll try to do something here. Monetize this is tomorrow night, though, so at least. But,
wait, who's here?
What did I say?
He's delirious, Jesse. Leave him alone.
I am delirious. Yeah, I don't know.
I guess so.
I might have just given out my
Scott, I'm fucking Scott now. You call in, and you fucking.
I might have just given out my social security number.
It's throwdown time,
for real,
everyone.
like, I mean...
I want Lana to tongue punch my fart box. What
the fuck? Herman Munster? What the fuck, Herman Munster among men? Dude, I gotta get the donations for you guys to hear them because that was funny as shit. Oh my god, dude, that whatever that coughing was that the donation just did, dude, I'm fucking dying right now. I'm sick. I'm like throwing up shit in my face. This thing just went like,
I swear. Oh
Did
my
you
god,
hear
I
it?
gotta hear this. Oh, maybe I can't. Yeah, I still won't.
Oh my god, dude, what the hell just, oh my god, what did I just hear? Dude, the donation was like, like it was, I can't even tell you.
I was reading it and I'm like, now I know what he was laughing at.
I'm gonna replay that if I can, because, oh my god, dude. Oh my god, let me mute you. I'm gonna try to trigger
You'll probably have to call in and then we'll have to talk over it or something.
Yeah, keep talking. I'm gonna mute you. Keep talking. All right, let's see if that does it. All right. Oh my god. The fuck? Oh my god, dude. Who the fuck donated that? Yeah, Herman. Yeah, let's see.
ShiBUM.
You guys
it's
can already hear
throwdown time, everyone. I want Lana to tongue punch my fart box.
That was good.
Oh my god, dude! I swear to God, it is you guys talking. Like a minute, immediately when everybody talks, it triggers it right away.
I hit the bulls too. That's always good luck. God damn it.
Oh, boom. Oh my god, dude.
You should. Oh god, fucking! You just have like the Beavis and Butthead, the fucking robot broad, and this thing going.
I
ShiBUM.
Stand-up comedy.
It's throwdown time, everyone. I want Lana to tongue punch my fart box.
It like puts a question mark at the end. It's like it's asking so.
Oh my god, dude. Oh.
Is that something that you can fuck with on that too? Is like make it ask a question out of something that's not really a question, just to make it sound weird, and he'll like read it that way.
Well, I noticed.
I would think it would be the inflection, yeah.
I noticed there's an exclamation point at the end of it, so it really kind of did the wrong thing. Like if anything. Yeah.
Well, actually, it kind of sounds like if you try to just put an exclamation mark on a that would happen.
Yeah. So maybe it did do it. Maybe it did do the right thing because it does. It has an exclamation point on the last heh. What's up? What's up, Scott? Is Scott really here? Somebody said. They had an implosion on their show. I don't know if anybody knows about this. We'll talk about that maybe.
I didn't see, dude. I watched that shit till the end, I thought, and I didn't see shit.
No, it happened after the show went off the air.
Ah, for fuck's sake.
Well, you know, I mean, listen, the bottom line is I like all those guys that are over.
Me too. I was going to say, I like the shows. I'm getting it now. I'm like, I like it, what they're doing. So.
But a lot of the stuff was like all about me. You know what I mean? So like I had to.
Well, I mean, I don't like it when it's like they're literally like, I don't know. It's funny between Scott and Young Republican, and it's like, hey guys, like, or like he'll pick up something that like you say you misspoke, and then you fixed it and you kept going. He'll be like, yeah, but you said it, so like we're gonna bring that up right now.
Well,
so
I mean,
even though you never meant it or something, like
even
don't search for anything.
I still like them all, but you got to remember.
Oh, fuck yeah.
You got to remember. Scott always thinks that you're acting crazy or not being honest or whatever. And then Young is always trying to like say things to make other people mad. So
he's trying to make it entertaining. Yeah.
Well, no, I also think he's trying to like be skeevy and like piss people off.
Oh well, yeah, but at the same time, like. Well, that's what that whole fucking show's about, though, is stirring up shit, whether it's there or not, right?
Like he was taking my thing out of context, and I was like, and it was like, oh man, why are you doing that? So
sounds like an easy way to get attention.
Yeah, so that's what they wanted, and that's what they were getting. You know, they had 30 live.
I feel like every time someone gets upset, it's something that's out of context.
Yeah. Well, because he was playing a clip.
No matter what it is or who it is, I'm like, this is just a big misconception. Like 5 minutes of like. Talking about it a different way other than fuck you would result in a different reaction.
Well, he was playing Young was playing a clip of me that was like, that it's Ken's fault. And it's like the clip is like clearly like, well, this guy sucked my dick the other day, you know what I mean? And I got stuck there, dude. I was all by myself. And then all of a sudden I was like, well, it was Ken's fault, And like he clipped that or like something like that and he clipped it, so it's like
Yeah, I get it.
It's like, oh man, I got so many donations in the past hour. It's totally Ken's fault.
Yeah, exactly like
Shit
that.
like that.
And so but people are like, whoa, what do you mean? Like that's what his goal is, whatever. And Scott's got all this craziness, but I like all these guys. And then Old Man Davey's there, and then Mars was there, and they already got in a fight with Pro Violence, so they booted him out of the whole thing. So they fucking booted Pro Violence out, and poor Tommy's fucking viewership just died. But I didn't pull clips on this yet, but I had been pulling clips, and it's too bad because I've been doing I think a pretty good job of pulling the clips on it, and I didn't finish it because I was going to come up with the whole thing. Because they're in there, and when I first came in, they're like, Scott's like, well, let me explain this. This is the funny part for anybody to not go into the whole thing. The whole thing started when I went in there with all these guys doing this little Google Hangout show. It was like, Joe, you're not real enough, man. You don't talk to us off air enough. You're not a real friend like other people, man. We're all boys, man. Everybody in here, we're all boys and friends, man. Mars, man, this guy and me and Young, and we all got our backs, man, and we're all boys, and we all love each other. Why can't you be like that, Joe? And, like, that's how it started a week ago when they started this whole thing. And now yesterday, off air, it ended with Scott being like, I will kill you guys. As they broke up off air. Right. I will kill you guys. At one point, he yelled, I will kill you. I wish I could find the,
Yeah, but that's not a big deal. I don't believe him when he says that. I do believe him when he says he'll hunt you down, though.
Well, he was...
What's up, Joe?
What's up, Tommy? He's pretty drunk, man. I don't know.
Oh, if he was smashed at the... Well, I mean, he sounded coherent, though. I don't know.
No.
You mean off
no,
air.
not on the off-air thing.
Got it.
He was like obliterated on that.
Well, whatever, dude. I think everybody's making a big. If you're gonna do a show about drama, that shit what you can do your real life. You can't. It's hard to keep that shit just on a show. That's why I don't know. I tried to go over and do that shit with Tommy for a little bit. I think when I first that whole shit happened with Dave or whatever, and I realized like it just didn't work out anyway. But I was like, I don't even know if I want to step into this bullshit. Why the fuck would I? Like, it's just drama, and you end up fucking with people that actually don't give a shit what they do to other people, and it's like, fuck that.
Yeah, I just think that I just think it's funny that like within a week their show imploded. Because I was like, man, this is.
What was that? Third episode or something like that?
Yeah, it was like their fourth or fifth thing. Like, but like already in the first couple of them, they lost pro violence because they.
Well, it's the kind of like group that. Oh my God, it's like having 5 Scott McKinnons on with like it's a high intensity of everybody. You know, like it's funny when you were on there. I was kind of like, that's funny. Like Joe's either like he's just kind of like watching everybody. like I saw it. I was like, this is great. Like.
Just kidding. Love you, Tommy. Face blowing a kiss.
Oh, Mark McGurk, thanks for the $1.99. He says he loves you, Tommy.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
I'm nowhere. Did they say something?
I don't know what he said to you originally, though. I got the so I'm doing the whole rap battle thing. I don't know if I don't know what I'm releasing yet, and it's not really a rap battle. I'm a little disappointed because I thought it was gonna be like you go up against someone and you guys like diss the shit out of each other or whatever. And now I'm finding out it's not really like that. You just kind of got to make a rap, and then you know you kind of aren't supposed to really diss the person. You can, I guess, but it's not supposed to be like that. But that disappoints me, man, because that could have been funny.
Well, maybe this won't disappoint you, Joe. Pro is in the chat, and he says actually he's back, and they threw Scott out.
Well,
they're gonna start the show again on Sunday without Scott.
Oh my God!
I think, like I don't know. I think there are some lines that are just fucked up. It's like
I've got some fucked up lines in this rap.
What do we want? No. What is it? No, Scott. What do we want it now?
It's a weird thing. Like when all right. So like I used to do the shit on the show all the time. Was like telling jokes that it's like, oh, how far is that? Is that too far? Oh, I don't know. Like. It only if it has the potential to literally hurt somebody. Now, I'm not talking about like a wide span of audience, but if you're directing it at somebody, that's where it's like to be a little more careful. I feel because it's like how I don't know that shit can cut pretty deep, and it's a general audience. People just have to learn like either don't watch the show or whatever, because shit can be personal to a billion people.
We're not here to be good people.
Yeah.
Well, it's not. Well, I mean, I don't quite agree with that, but it's like we're already here to fuck around and like go dark with shit. So.
Well, I just mean on the show, not in.
Well, no, yeah, I know, but it can go. But that's what this whole thing feels like. They don't know where the line is on that, or like I don't know if anyone does right now. It's like I'm trying to find it. Where the with people,
right?
Like, because there's.
Oh, that's the problem. There's so many people. There is not one line for everybody.
Oh, I'm gonna kill you. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, you're off the show. Jesse and I are rebranding the Cronin Show starting Sunday.
Fuck yeah.
There's 2 things I wanted to bring up on this show. I mean, I was half asleep drooling, and by the way, for the people just getting here, I'm sorry, I was sick.
Save some of it.
I passed out. I didn't wake up. I'm like fucking sweating, and I got a headache. I think I'm either getting more sick or I just was in such a sleep that I lost water or something. I don't know what's wrong with me. But anyway, there's 2 things. Oh, man, there was 2 major things I wanted to bring up. And one of them I remember, and I won't forget. Oh, yeah, I see the other one. Okay, so there's two things I want to bring up. Fucking, the Jim Acosta thing, the grabbing the microphone, that whole thing is hilarious. Like, if you watch the whole thing.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I mean, first of all, this is right out of something that you would think the left would do, saying that a guy assaulted a girl who didn't really assault anybody. This is the most defensive thing I've ever seen. Let me see if I can pull up the full video. Like, I've never... Dude, this guy, you would think that he was protecting diamonds. You know what I mean? Like, in his hand. Like, he is, like, is the most unbelievable, like sign this guy to, like, a football team or something. Because, like, this girl tried to reach for this mic, like, several times. And he was like, no. And he was like, I'm going to cover it up like it's a fucking baby. Yeah.
As you know, Mr. President, the caravan was not an invasion. It's a group of migrants.
Oh, look, Trump's calling it an invasion. It follows up on the thing we were talking about last week. Does Trump really think it's an invasion?
You're about to find out.
Oh, this is going to be great. Well, because I told you, what I shared was a meme. Obviously, it's not, you can't prove it's an invasion. It might just be an ill sort of, what's the word? Like a distasteful sort of way to enter the...
To me, it was like almost like a... Because a meme, people misunderstand what a meme is. A meme is not a joke, and a meme's not a picture. A meme is a fucking... it's an idea that is put in a short form without ruining the integrity or the context of what you're trying to convey. That's what a meme is. So like that was conveying something. It was someone's point of view, and it conveyed it in like almost an artful way. I thought it was a well done meme.
Well, that's part of the
problem. If you
problem.
believed in it or not. It was something I hadn't seen before, put that way, and I was like, cool.
I can see. My thing about the meme is
I believe in it.
It's a good point. I think the meme's a good point. I go, that's an interesting point. Like, I'm gonna tweet about that because that's, that or whatever.
Exactly.
That's an interesting take because why would you show up with that flag? I get it, but it doesn't mean right off the bat that it's 100% an invasion. It just means that, hey, maybe you etiquette, you probably shouldn't carry that flag like that if you're saying you're going to the country.
You know what? I thought of after the show. I thought of something on why it would make sense why they had that flag. So they're walking across countries, thousands of miles, lots of countries. Imagine if you were in a giant crowd of people walking across continent, and from America. Let's say you left America and you're going down to South America. You're walking through Mexico. You're walking through Guatemala.
Yeah.
You're in a giant crowd of people that aren't from where you are, that maybe don't speak your language. Would you like to know where some other people from Massachusetts are in the caravan? Hey, that guy's got a Massachusetts flag. I'm gonna go hang out with those guys.
Right. Or to let you know where the beginning of the line
that
starts.
guy's got a Guatemalan flag. Let's go hang out with the Guatemalan group over there.
Or to let you know where the beginning of the line is.
Exactly.
So,
but also, I was good. Doubling back real quick. Jesse's got a good point. Meme isn't a word that's just come around recently.
Right.
It's something that's older. Meme is just something that's carried on info, but it's gotten almost a second definition, like so many other things nowadays. So many people hear the word meme, to them it just does mean a funny picture, which is part of that secondary definition, that it's a funny picture.
Yeah, I wouldn't quite even know that myself, but I've learned that recently, and it's like now I get why, really what they really are in general. They still are, even when they're whittled down to a joke, but
you're right. It still qualifies as both, definitions, definitely.
But people don't know that's what it is, so they take it like, I don't know, it's weird. It's funny, they kind of took it you were worried they were going to take it seriously, and it's kind of what they're meant to do, in a way, like to take it, but it doesn't mean, people only get upset because it challenges something they believe, usually. I don't know. And
actually, part of the other issue was that the page that Joe shared it from was a page that wasn't posting it as a joke. If you look at all the other stuff that they post.
Oh, okay. See, I steal them and I post them as my own.
And stuff. And
I don't.
Yeah, I mean, if you were to, like a real invasion would be like, 1,000 of those dudes, like half of them armed or something, running over the border.
Paramilitary gear.
Yeah, with they're carrying a couple of those flags running across the border. That's an invasion.
Like a group of a couple dozen armed guys that thought they were a militia took over, like a sheriff or police station or something in Oregon, something like that. That might be more considered an invasion. I don't know.
So here we go. Let's find out what Trump. This should be interesting. I didn't even hear this part.
By interesting, you mean kindergarten arguing? Then yes.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're in for a whole lot of babies coming up, because I think Acosta's a baby too, and I think Trump is at this point. And this girl grabbing the microphone I'm just like, wow, that girl's hot. Like,
he made in the tail end of the campaign, in the midterms.
Here we go.
If you don't mind.
Trump goes, here we go. What a dickhead, dude. He purposely leans into the mic. Here we go.
Statements that you made in the tail end of the campaign, in the midterms.
Here we go.
If you don't mind, Mr. President, that this caravan was an invasion. As you know, Mr. President,
I consider it to be an invasion.
As you know, Mr. President,
Jesus, he does.
The caravan was not an invasion. It's a group of migrants moving up from Central America towards the border with the U.S.
Thank you for telling me that. I appreciate it.
Why did you characterize it as such?
Because I consider it an invasion. You and I have a difference of opinion.
But do you think that you demonized immigrants in this election to try to keep?
I want them to come into the country, but they have to come in legally. They have to come in, Jim, through a process. I want it to be a process, and I want people to come in.
I am confused at what the result was, like, for the migrants coming up. Like, what was the result?
There is no result. They're months away. They're not like closing in on the border. They're a giant group of people walking up here. They're so far away at this pace. They're not going to get here until next year, until like January or February. Or something.
What happens if they do get here? Like, what are they? I mean, I already know Border Patrol is a nightmare down there. What the hell do you do when these guys get here? Like, what do you do?
Well, a lot of them are actually, their plan isn't just to like walk across the border. A lot of them actually have already applied for asylum. and shit like that. So I think it's actually the majority of them. I can't remember. I looked up the stats last week, but it's not like it's just a bunch of people like we're just gonna run into fucking Texas.
Well, that's all they gotta say though. That's the thing is,
there probably are some.
All they have to say is asylum, and they get to come in. Like that's the thing.
Well, no, they don't just get to come in. You do have to apply for it. There is a whole process. Some people think you just get to go do off whatever you want. There's a whole process you have to apply for. They give you a court date. I want to say I might be quoting it from, I think John Oliver was doing it a week or two ago, but it's something ridiculous. Like over 91% of the people that apply for asylum go to their first court date. It's something like over 9 out of 10 go do the right thing.
See, if I'm
and
Trump,
even higher than that, come back after they've been informed they missed it or something.
If I'm Trump, I'd be more taking the idea of like this is a dangerous precedent to like glorify what they're doing and sort of cover it in the media so strongly. We're gonna have people coming into our borders at alarming rates if this keeps up. So I'm concerned about what type of precedent this sets, and you know what I mean. We need to come up with a way to filter these people in a much better way, in a more cautious way. But I don't think you need to call it an invasion. Like I'm like, you know what I mean? You were telling me that I was, my joke, was, and I was like, I could see how you could say, I guess it looks like an invasion. It was funny. I think it's a joke, but literally the president is calling it that. Well, I don't know, man. It's funny.
And we need the people.
Yeah.
I just gotta say, for the briefest, there was 1 second where Trump like sounded like a normal person and a human when he was talking. But he's like, "It's invasion. It's not." Well, we have a difference of opinion.
Yeah, he started normal. yeah.
I was like, wow, there's like a second of normalcy in there.
Yeah, he started pretty normal. You're right. No, he didn't, because he started with here we go.
Yeah, but there was just one line. There's just 1 second where I was like, oh, clarity.
Well, I think he don't know, and I was saying this on Morning Madness. I think I was saying on my Patreon this morning. I go, I can kind of relate to Trump a little bit. Cause like, I get
straight brain to mouth. No
right, exactly. Like I just get fucking angry and I just start spewing shit at people. Like, you know what I mean? And then like afterwards, I think about it, and I think sometimes he does that. But he is so pissed off. I mean, they lost the House, right? So he's upset about that, and now he's like, "What is this fucker gonna say now from CNN?" Here we go.
Oh, here we go.
Your campaign.
Wait. You know why we need the people, don't you? Because we have hundreds of companies moving in. We need the people.
But your campaign had an ad showing migrants climbing over walls and so on.
That's true. But they weren't actors.
They're not going to be doing that.
They weren't actors. Well, no, it's true. Do you think they were actors? They weren't actors. They didn't come from Hollywood. Right. These were people. This was an actual. It happened a few days ago. And
they're hundreds of miles away, though. They're hundreds and hundreds of miles away. That's not an invasion.
Honestly, I think you should let me run the country. You run CNN.
All right.
And if you did it well, your ratings would be much better.
If I may ask one other question, Mr. President, if I may ask one other question, are you worried?
That's enough. That's enough.
Mr. President,
that's enough. That's enough. He's like an angry dad at this guy, or like something like that. I don't know what.
I was going to ask one of the other folks.
Look at this girl trying to grab the mic from him. There must be like a cue. Watch her watching Trump now. I want you to keep her eyes on Trump. I feel like there's like I don't like this because C-SPAN cuts away, but there's another take that isn't a cutaway. And I feel like see her looking at Trump, and then he points down. I almost feel like there's a cue, like to grab the mic from someone.
Oh, I'm sure. She looks like somebody who does not act independently.
Yeah, now look at that. Look at her reaching, grabbing it.
Enough.
Pardon me, ma'am. Mr. President.
That's enough.
Mr. President, I had one other question, if I may ask, on the Russian.
Now, by the way, if this guy had really assaulted her, I think Trump would even fight the guy right there. I almost think that would give Trump if he had shoved her back and she fell over, I almost feel like Trump.
Are they trying to say he assaulted her? Seriously?
Yeah. He's had his press credentials taken away.
Well, yeah, that's because Trump doesn't want to answer his questions that point out he's an idiot.
And to make it even funnier, then this next guy comes up, and then Trump goes, all right, it's your turn, whatever. And then that guy tries to defend the previous Jim Acosta, and then Trump goes, well, I don't like you either.
Investigation. Are you concerned that you may have
I'm not concerned about anything with the Russian investigation because it's a hoax. That's enough. Put down the mic.
Mr. President, are you worried about indictments coming down in this investigation?
Now, here's where he steps away from the mic. He almost looks like, dude, he wants to fight this guy.
Mr. President.
I'll tell you what, CNN should be ashamed of itself having you working for them. You are a rude, terrible person. You shouldn't be working for CNN. Go ahead.
I think that's unfair.
You're a very rude person. The way you treat Sarah Huckabee is horrible. And the way you treat other people are horrible. You shouldn't treat people that way.
You know, at first I was really upset that people were making fun of Sarah Huckabee for her weight and stuff. I was like, man, I mean, I just don't like the double standard, because if you did that to these people, the people on the left, they would be like, oh, you're fat shaming and everything else like that. But because Sarah Huckabee is seen as not a human to them, it's okay to make fun of her. But I've finally come around to where I want to call her a walrus. I don't know.
In everyone's defense, in her professional position, when at the podium, and she's, I think they consider that talking. She's quite unhuman-like. She's pretty much just a machine regurgitating what she's told.
I gotta say, she does a damn good job, because he can do something like sometimes 1 + 1 = 3, and somebody asks her about that, and then she has to explain why that's
no,
true.
it's 3. Yeah, it's 3. It's definitely 3. The way for his ones, it's 3. Yeah. Next question. We understand.
It's so funny. Like, it's like, how does she do that? Like, she's the best. Remember that other guy they had? That guy didn't work at all. He got all flustered and looked like a fucking asshole.
Well, the problem was what's her name? The comedian did way too good of a job impersonating him.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, and they were more afraid to attack a woman, too. So, I mean, Trump really should have gotten, if he could have gotten a black female, then it really would have been on. Although Condolingus Rice didn't work out too well for Bush either, so I don't know. She had that funny tooth.
Go ahead, Peter, go ahead. In Jim's defense, I've traveled...
Now Trump is like, go ahead, Peter, you're a respectable guy. Oh, you're going to crap on me, too? Well, I don't like you either.
I've traveled with him and watched him. He's a diligent reporter who busts his
butt.
Well,
I'm not a big fan of yours either, so...
I understand.
To be honest.
So let me
Dude, what are we watching? What is this? Dude, are we watching like a bunch of 5-year-olds at a party? Like, what is
either, so
I understand.
To be honest.
So let me ask you a question.
Listen to people laughing, dude. Listen to people laughing.
Traveled with him and watched him. He's a
This got more laughs than Tommy's jokes.
Well, I'm not a big fan of yours either, so...
I understand.
Drink your Fanta, Tommy, you fuck. No, I'm just kidding. What is that, Fanta?
Yeah, Fanta.
Remember those shitty
Faygo?
commercials? Yeah, Faygo's the way to go, man. Remember those? ICP would dump those all over some naked-breasted bitch on stage.
That's still around.
Yeah, it's true. Oh,
Actually,
Faygo?
they're owned by the same company it's the same parent company that owns LaCroix.
You remember when that song? You remember when that commercial came out? Fanta, Fanta, don't you want a Fanta, Fanta?
Fanta girls.
Yeah, don't you want a Fanta? Yeah, they rub their tits all over the bottles.
Yeah, don't you want? That's selling sex right there. I'm like, wait a minute, you're selling sex just to sell a drink. That's like
America.
Yeah, welcome to America. Yeah, hell yeah. Dude, they have naked girls eating like barbecue sandwiches while it drips on their tits. It's like, what the hell?
You know, what I want to see him do is like take a normal modern American woman and, corpulent, I would say, heavy set, and have her eat a regular hamburger. And see how quickly that all the Americans go to this one burger place. I'd like them to do that instead of having like a sexy model eating a hamburger. I say, that's hot, but I'd rather see a girl with some curves eat a hamburger because, some women have curves, some women don't, some women are not blessed. And honestly, I think that they should focus on the modern American, of that, in my opinion, when I do these commercials.
Now, I appreciate that little rant there, Tommy. I'm going to go back to this Jim Acosta thing. Now, let me tell you, first of all, I saw CNN play this clip originally, and Don Lemon had that stupid meathead from CNN who's a liar. Don Lemon, he played the clip about this, and he actually continuously, throughout the CNN broadcast, he cut off the part where the woman was trying to grab the mic back from Jim Acosta, and he kept, defending it. So, CNN was trying to, stay away from that. So, CNN, you're pussies. So, and by the way, why Trump says CNN is fake is because they are fake, and they were fake in the past. And so, therefore, he's still using that. Now, I think he should move away from that at this point. I think they did a bunch of stupid shit, especially a couple of years ago and last year. And At this point, he should just move off of that. Like, you know what I mean? Until the next time they actually do something, you know, then you can call it out. But, you know, I just think it's over at this point. We all know they're liars. You know, I don't watch those channels because of this. CNN and Fox News, I don't watch any of them. Although, dude, Fox News, because of CNN, I think it's because of CNN, because I used to watch CNN all the time. Now I don't really watch them at all because they're just liars and racist even. But now that's the way Fox has always been. So if if you're racist towards like black people, like go ahead and watch Fox. If you don't like white people, watch CNN. That's what they've turned into. But they what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so I don't know, like it's just funny to turn on either one. They have the complete opposite spin on either side of this thing. But to say that this guy assaulted, you know, the woman who grabbed the mic, that is crazy. He basically did everything he could to keep the mic without assaulting her. Now, Leah sent me a clip of a guy who broke down Sarah Huckabee's tweet. And remember, I have no agenda here. I'm not trying to make you all think that Trump is right or make you all think Trump is wrong or make you whatever. I'm just going with what we're seeing here. Sarah Huckabee tweeted out a video of this, saying like it's terrible or something what they did to this woman or what Jim Acosta did to this woman. And in the video, if you sync it up with the real video, with the hard raw cam from the White House, it actually at one point, as they get in the little scuffle or whatever, the time changes. So like now the video doesn't catch up with the other one, it's ahead of it, indicating that frames were cut out. So and I watch it really closely. I've done a lot of video editing in my life, and I know a lot about a lot of this. The frame rate change doesn't mean that eventually it's going to unsync. If you make a 1 minute video, no matter what the frame rate, you know, if it's edited that way, you're going to still see the same 1 minute video, whatever, you know what I mean? In certain cases, it's not going to just change in the middle. You know, both videos aren't going to be synced up perfectly and then change all of a sudden and be completely out of sync the rest of the video unless you chopped off a frame or two. And what they did was, it looks like they cut a couple frames. So when he puts his hand down as she's trying to grab the mic, it cuts, which makes it look like he kind of whacks her hand away. And that's the video that Sarah Huckabee tweeted out. So it's not, they didn't go in and doctor the video. People are saying they doctored it or whatever. I don't know if it's that, but it's out of context. It's like the visual version of out of context, because you've cut the frames. I guess when you alter it's doctoring. All right, fine. But they didn't go in. Some people think they went and did like moved a hand or something. They didn't go in and like put a virtual hand to make it slap somebody or something. That's not what happened. They just literally cut some frames out, which I think is really, if they did that, it looks like they might have. I don't know. That's some real weird shit. That's some real weird stuff out of the White House or whoever did that. And let's see. But this is fucking. This is like, dude, are we all like our fucking politicians are all kids?
People are horrible.
Not all of them.
Well, I think they all are. I don't like any of these people.
There's only one on screen right now you're talking about.
Well, I don't like any of them. I hate them all. I hate the news media, too. So, like, this is just funny to me. This is just all a mess.
You shouldn't treat people that way. Go ahead. Go ahead, Peter. Go ahead.
In Jim's defense, I've traveled with him and watched him. He's a diligent reporter who busts his butt.
Well, I'm not
like
a big fan of yours either. So
I understand.
To be honest,
so let me ask you a question, if I can. You repeatedly said
you aren't the best,
Mr. President. You repeatedly.
He's like, oh, Trump was like, I got to laugh there. I'm going to say it again.
So
I understand.
To be honest,
so let me ask you a question.
The fucking person laughing in the back kills me.
Diligent reporter who busts
well,
his
I'm
butt
not
like
a big fan of yours either. So
I understand.
To be honest,
so let me ask you a question, if I can. You repeatedly said
you aren't the best,
Mr. President. You repeatedly over the course of the...
just sit down, please. Well, when you report fake news, when you report fake news, which CNN does a lot, you are the enemy of the people. Go ahead,
Mr. President. Over the course of the last several days of the campaign, sir.
Now he starts pacing around again. Jesus. I think him and Jim Acosta need to fight. I think if they just had a fight, like, it would be all over. They'll just go and have a boxing match. That or just have a, I don't know, they need to talk or something. I don't know, behind the scenes, off air, I don't know.
Trump's probably got bone spurs. He couldn't get into that.
if he could get behind the scenes, because I don't know what Jim Acosta has lied about. I know CNN has lied about stuff. But, if Jim Acosta could get to Donald Trump in the back or something and say, Donald, I know that, you've had some disagreements with the reporting of CNN, and maybe in some cases some things haven't been right. But I know I myself have never reported on anything falsely. And, I'm a guy who can help you by getting the real answers that you want, because you can look on my track record and I haven't lied about anything.
Well, no, he's not a guy that can help Trump.
Yeah, maybe
nobody can
might
help Trump by
but
having him tell the truth and be more open about things. That's the exact opposite of what
but you say that anyway. Who cares? I'm not saying it's true. You just say it anyway.
Try to bait him.
Yeah, you just bait him. You just say, listen, I'm a good guy, man. I got some kids. I don't want to hurt you. I just want to get the people the truth. You'd agree with that. And here's the thing. I've never lied about anything. So
Trump goes, all right, we know Saudi Arabia killed Yosogi. What do we do? What do we do, Jim?
Imagine if Trump said something like that, like, if this was Saudi Arabia, Jim, your head would be on a pole right now. Sometimes
get MBS on the line.
Sometimes I wish we always like to talk about America and what we do right, but there are some things that other countries do right that we don't necessarily, maybe we could adopt. And one of those things would be Saudi Arabia. We could get Jim Acosta in the embassy and maybe cut off his legs. The fuck? Can you imagine this was Saudi Arabia?
What the hell?
Can you imagine this was Saudi Arabia? The Jim Acosta wouldn't have left this fucking press conference.
Well, no, there wouldn't be press conferences.
Well, that too, yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, Jim Acosta's dead, everyone. Oh my god, let me play this donation. Hey, donations are on. If you guys want to donate, go for it. I'm going to stay on as long as I can with this headache. I took some ibuprofen. I'm sweating. I'm sick. Jesse J's here. Troy's here. Tommy NC's here. Thank you guys for being here with me, despite me going on really late tonight and fucking up. I'm so sorry to anybody waiting at 10 o'clock. Like, where the fuck is Joe? What the hell's going on? And I didn't get any word out to you about what was going on until about 11, so an hour. So that's not...
Super
sorry
chat.
about that.
Super chat.
I listen every night while I'm on patrol. TNX, bro.
DJ93, thanks, man. What are you patrolling? Like security guard or police or border? Like, what are you... DJ, thanks, man.
ShiBUM.
People hate the pig Huckabee because she defends all of Trump's lies and BS. He's lied over 7,000 times since he's been in office. Today she tweeted out a doctored video that InfoWars made, where they sped up the camera so it looks like his arm hits hers.
That's what we talked about. That's really what we talked about. GTS Backstage on Twitter. Oh, first of all, Haskell420. Thank you, Haskell, for the $5. Hey, man, look at that. We actually talked about it before your donation came in. He's probably sitting there like, yes, this is what I donated about. I didn't need to do that because he talked about it anyway.
All I want to say is Joe
Thank you,
Cronin got a
Haskell.
big motherfucking cock. And fuck all you motherfucking haters. Y'all know how we get down. It's West Side for life. Yeah. Cronin got a big motherfucking cock.
Thank you, Keith, for blocking me in the chat. Finally, I don't have to see all the goofy fucking shit you type all the time. Now to give some relief to the rest of the chat. $, as per our agreement, do your thing, bro. Cheers, guys. Good show.
Thank you, Gatekeeper Drew. I appreciate it, man. Thank you, Drew, for the $6.
Give me a hell yeah!
Oh, shit.
That's enough. That's enough. That's enough. That's enough. That's is enough. That's enough. That's enough. That's enough. That's enough.
Jesus Christ. Jaff94, what's up, Jaff?
I guess that was enough.
That was enough. It was enough for you, for me, and for everybody. Thank God we got some donations. Now I can tell Leah, look, Throwdown actually made some money. But no, it's, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah, real quick, just, yeah, for anybody who fucking... What the fuck? Why did the fucking screen just glitch out? Why the fuck did that happen? I don't know why the screen just glitched out. I think I reloaded my Streamlabs link. My bad. All right, I fixed it. Yeah, for anybody that's like, you know, Because, see, you got to be careful nowadays because the worst thing is that people will think if you're making fun of something or telling the truth about something, they'll automatically assume your politics. That's my new saying. That's going to be my new thing. Don't assume my politics. You know, like, because, like, I made fun of, I used to, like, when Trump used to say funny shit, I used to support it, like, in a way. I used to be like, that's some funny, awesome shit. And then people would be like, oh, you love Trump, you asshole. And now that if I make fun of some stuff Trump does, people are like, come on, Joe, you gotta support Trump, what the fuck? And, like, here's the thing. I just make fun of everything. I don't care. Like, it doesn't mean I don't or do support something. I'm just gonna call it as I see it. Like, if it's stupid, it's dumb. If I think it's good and someone proves to me it's not, and I realize it's just what I'm gonna do. I don't know what to tell you. I made fun of Al Gore. I voted for Al Gore. I made fun of Obama. I voted for Obama. I made fun of George Bush. I made fun of George Bush. I didn't vote for Bush. You know, it's like, and I'm making fun of Trump, but I also made fun of Hillary, and I didn't vote for either one. So it's you know, there is no fucking, you can't get me on, oh, you're a liberal or oh, you're a Republican. It just doesn't work with me because I'm all over the fucking place. So, fuck you. And I'm now, and before I used to say, man, it's terrible what they're doing to Sarah Huckabee, man. They're so mean to her and everything. But now I want to call her a rhinoceros cunt. So, you know, I don't know. Like, you know, you can only defend the shit so much, right? Like, all I know is that if Sarah Huckabee was on the left, it would be like the most crime ever, the things people say about her. It would be like, these people need to go to jail for what they're saying about her and women and people. There'd be people crying because of it. I mean, it'd be insane. Now, you may say if you're on the left that, well, there wouldn't be someone in the office acting like her, so, but whatever, I disagree with that. They're all slimy in one way or another. You know what the biggest thing, Troy, I noticed is, the worst thing about stuff right now is, the worst of the right is really controlling politics right now. Like, some of the worst on the right now are controlling politics and our decisions politically. And on top of that, the worst of the left are controlling us socially. And it's like both horrifying. Like, the left-wing people are controlling the social stuff. So if you do well, I mean, if you do something, like if you have an opinion that's a right-wing opinion, you get censored. Because the left-wing people control everything socially, mostly.
Well, what do you mean censored socially? Who? What part of the left? Talking about politicians? Or you mean left people in general? Just
like people who have power on the left wing, such as Twitter is left wing, YouTube is left wing, you know, all the media outlets, you know, Facebook is. So if you have the wrong opinion, you're getting censored for it. The same way, like in Canada, you know what I mean? They're gonna have the whole, you know, you gotta call it zem, zim, zum, whatever the fuck, and if you don't call people that, like, you're gonna get in trouble soon when they make that a law.
Well, it's not even right or wrong opinion. It's whatever that company likes or doesn't like, or who's ever paying them or owns them. Like, a couple weeks ago, I was watching, was it Facebook, like in a giant sweeping purge, removed a whole bunch of fake pages and stuff, but one of Russia Today, one of the RT America reporters, her entire page that she's had for like years and shit got deleted. Her like professional page, well, American reporter working in America, but her whole shit just gets erased.
But they consider the Russian news channel to be a right-wing thing. Like that's what I'm trying to say to you. I know it might be hard for you to see because I've been looking at things a little bit lopsided at this time, but like the left-wing group are like, and I'm talking about just regular corporate people, not like the politicians. The corporations are controlling stuff. That's why Alex Jones is off the air. It's not because he said something about Sandy Hook. If he said that was years ago, they've just decided, like, let's silence him. He made a big impact on the election. They wanted him out before the midterms, so they got him off. And just like Gab is a place where you can go instead of Twitter. GoDaddy pulled out. PayPal pulled out. They're not allowed to operate. I believe the best analogy I can come up with is if, you know, say everyone loves McDonald's in the country, right? We all love McDonald's. Say there was a racist worker in a McDonald's and he said some crazy shit. McDonald's was like, we fired him, we took care of it, that doesn't represent McDonald's, it was terrible. And everybody was like, okay. But say there was a startup gun shop, right? A startup gun shop, and there was like 8 stores in the country. They were just starting up. They have 8 stores now. One of their store people said something racist, so they fired them and said, that's terrible. That's not what we represent. But MasterCard, Visa, PayPal, and GoDaddy, who runs their domain of hosts their domain of their website, all terminated them and disallowed them to ever be used. Would you say that that's a dangerous thing?
If it turns out that's exactly why, and they didn't have any other reasons, yeah, it would be. But there's
It's
other
already
reasons that, like, Alex Jones and stuff got banned.
But it's already happened, though.
It's random shit that he said years ago.
But I want to tell you, it's already happened. That's what
Well, I just told you. I just told you. I don't like the fact that one of the RT America reporters shit got wiped.
I know, and I think I love
it's
RT.
Not just left or right. It's anybody with strength. It's power.
No, but see, that's, I mean, like, you're kind of missing it there. I mean, I agree.
It turns out most of the corporations, the one you just named, yeah, are the left-wing ones. They own most of the social media. That's because they're based in California, the tech valleys. That's where that'll happen.
Yeah.
You wonder why there's not any right-wing, not too many right-wing companies like that, or big ones. I don't know. Maybe it has to do with general attitude on life leading and relating to success.
Well, no, see, what it is the right-wing, a lot of right-wing stuff, that's always focused around like banks and stuff like that, because they're just running away with the money. They don't care about dicking around with your friend's profile. So what it is those people control. See, what I'm trying to get at, Troy, is that I think we're fucked, right? Because those people on the left are running the social media and the entertainment, right? They're mostly running Hollywood is mostly liberal. If you come out as
Jews,
right? If you come out as a Republican in Hollywood, you're in danger. Like, that's a fact. If you come out...
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So, that's what I'm trying to say, Troy, and it's the same thing on social media. If somebody says something, it's usually okay, but if you are found out to be whatever, they start calling you a racist and a Nazi. And you're not a racist or Nazi.
Yeah,
you know
I
mean?
hate that. That's one of the most dangerous things, and so many people, especially you're right, on the left it happens a lot, is that don't realize like that you can't do that. You can't fucking generalize and call someone a Nazi. If they're just a little bit racist and they're kind of ignorant and they don't understand, when you come at somebody full force, calling them a Nazi and a bigot, and you're trying to ruin their life and shit, that fucking pushes them totally far the other way, and they're never gonna be like, oh, you're yelling at me, calling me a Nazi. Maybe I should, rethink some of my things. No,
dude, I'm the biggest example. I'm the biggest example of that. People started doing that to me. People started calling me like a Nazi and a racist. And you're a...
it's insane.
Leah does.
It's
Leah calls me...
people,
Leah thinks I'm on the right.
That's all.
Dude, I'm at home fucking... Leah's like, you fucking nationalist shithead, she said today. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like because they just jump. Like, it's something in the left wing.
You nationalist? What?
Yes, I'm like, what the fuck? Other people have done this. Not just Leah. Other people have done this, called me this. I've noticed it ever since I
What is a nationalist?
It's like
too
when
patriotic or what?
Yeah, too patriotic, which is the opposite, dude. What? I used to be someone who thought, patriotism is ridiculous. Like, yeah, okay, I love my country, but take it easy. Let's not kill people over it.
You're passionate about where you live, same as any. You're not like patriotic in the sense where like you follow your country the way it stands.
Dude, what was it? 4 years ago? 4 years ago or 5 years ago on Monetize This, I was asked. It was like 4 or 5 years ago. Somebody was like, we were talking about Hillary on like episode 10 of Monetize This. And I was like, oh yeah. They were like, would you vote for Hillary if she ran? And my answer was, oh yeah, 100%. I'd vote Hillary. They were like,
and by the time it happened.
Well,
right?
but what I'm saying is, I started to see what was going on, and I'm getting called like a racist and shit by these people. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I'm like, I'm not fucking voting for them. And then I started listening to other people instead, and then I found out what Hillary's like, and then I changed my mind. But like, I was on the path of believing all that. So like Troy just said, they fucked it up for themselves. Now the right-wing people are starting to catch up. I will say that in the dirty game, as far as socially, they're starting to try to figure out how to play the game too. That's why they went after, remember that girl from the New York Times? Whatever, they went after her like old tweets or whatever. But there's a double standard. That Asian girl who said like white people need to just die and stuff like that, she's still employed by the New York Times. If someone had said black people just need to die, they'd be fired. They wouldn't be there. She said white people need just go away and all these other things she said. Oh, she's still hired. What's his face? guys like Louis C.K. and stuff like that, they do something, they're fucked forever, right? But James Gunn posts about little boys or whatever it was, and he's okay. But they got rid of him as the director. But all the left-wing people who were screaming that all these other people needed to be fired for all these stupid things. But now suddenly James Gunn shouldn't be because he's a left-wing person? So it's just like both sides are fucking retarded. Like they want to just... It's all one-sided. It's like, are we dealing with babies? This whole fucking country has become babies. Like, oh, I have to root for my guy no matter what. Nobody goes, let's just look at every situation objectively. Nobody does that. They all go, nope, we can't look bad. We have to make sure we let our, whatever. It was like, it's the same thing as like O.J. Simpson back in the 90s. Like, we had to let O.J. be free because, like white people had to hate O.J. and black people had to love O.J. That's what happened in the 90s. But you couldn't just step back and be like, O.J.'s not a murderer because he's black. O.J.'s a murderer because he's a murderer. And then also to the black people, O.J.'s not a good guy because he's black. O.J.'s a murderer. He just happens to be black as well. But nobody did that. It was all like, we're us versus you. Ah! And that's retarded. And anyway.
Did you watch that FX series, O.J. versus the People?
I did. Yeah, I think I did see it. Yeah, I remember. Was it 3 years ago now? 3 years ago.
It's on Netflix.
Really?
My parents, we watched it, and it gets you in. Like, it's very entertaining. Just listening to them redoing the trial and everything, and just how everything worked out, and some of the actors are just really awesome in the show. Yeah, it's like, it's like Call Me Antifa, by the way. Like right now the words like white nationalists are based, that's the new version of you're a Nazi, you know what I mean? White nationalists.
Well, let's not forget the exact flip other side, the three favorite layers of everyone in the chat, SJW. Troy's an SJW!
Social justice warrior.
Well, there are social justice warriors, but not everyone's a social justice warrior, I mean, yeah. And not everyone's a fucking... I don't know. Like I used to be one probably, but that was before it got dangerous.
Oops. No, you never were, and I'm not either. I'm not the person that's out there every day campaigning for shit. I go to the work I hate. I come home. I play video games. I'm not a fucking social justice warrior.
Yeah,
psychos.
You gotta lose your job and then just be angry at everything, and then you'll be one. Or have a blog. A lot of them have blogs because the whole thing is like outrage clicks. It's like I just gotta. What's that? What, Tommy?
In your opinion, what makes somebody a social justice warrior when they automatically start talking? What do you think defines a person as being a social justice warrior?
Well, I mean, when you take this new Diablo game release and you attack the fans and say the reason why everyone booed at the convention was because most of these guys are white males who have PCs at home and they don't want women to be able to play their game. And since mobile gaming, a lot of women play mobile games, like it must be that these males don't want to give their game up to women. That's a social justice warrior.
Sorry, time out real quick. I don't know if you're paying attention in the chat, but I'm only half paying attention. You should probably stop just timing out Keith Rabarba just for shits and giggles. The last two messages I saw you delete and time him out were totally fine. I don't like him either, but if he's not swearing and being a total asshole, don't just time him out because you think it's funny and you want to impress people in the chat. That's a dick move.
Yeah, although Keith Rabarba did... well, never mind. I don't want to say it.
I mean, I don't know.
I don't like him, and he's often a crazy shit. I kind of let
the fucking other mods do it now. I used to do it, but like...
He did show...
Well, then block him from the show entirely and completely, because there's a difference. But the last couple of things he said normally, S-Dot's just banning him because the chat thinks it's funny and wants to be popular.
Oh.
That's the problem.
Maybe it is funny.
I mean, it could be if you want that to keep happening. I just know normally you say don't just abuse and ban people and block people for shits and giggles.
Yeah, I know. You're right. I mean, I don't think people should be blocked like that either. But it is Keith, and he's a special individual. I won't go into why, but some of you know why.
All right, so that's fine. All right, so that's fine. Keep banning them and locking them.
No, I mean, I don't
for all of that.
I mean, yeah, you could just ban them. I mean, if you want, but no, you don't have to keep blocking them. But it is kind of funny, I guess. But yeah, you don't have to do that, bro. Don't bother. Well, if he says something fucking horrific, just end him.
Yeah.
And he can go fucking talk to the CCF guys or whatever. Man, I thought it was gonna be something way more horrific than that. I was hoping you were gonna be like, you know what? I don't know.
No, sorry, we're going back to so the difference in social justice. I think it goes back to the 3 letters itself. It's social justice warrior. It's somebody's fighting for this social justice, the outrages. When he said that, we got to get him fired. I'm writing letters to his company and his family. We're gonna get him fired and ruin his life. That's a social justice warrior. Somebody's actually fighting to get the social justice to happen.
Right. No, that's what it is, and it's just crazy. It's like sometimes. Remember when that used to be like honest? I don't remember, like 5 years ago, 6 years ago, like that. It used to be good when that happened. Like when like somebody really like some guy like beats up an 8-year-old kid, right? He beats up the kid like horrifically, and now he's working as a teacher or something like that, and he for no reason assaulted a kid, and a year later or whatever, somebody's like, this guy shouldn't be working as a teacher. Look what he did to a kid. This was this guy. And he got away with it or something like that. I don't know. And it really was him, and people rally, and then eventually they get the guy fired. I mean, is that okay? It seemed to used to make sense. Like, that was justice. Yes, they did the right thing. But the problem is, it's like, now it's like whatever you want to make your justice becomes true. It doesn't matter whether it's right or wrong, and there's no, it's not like the justice system, so anybody can just do this. Anybody can be a social justice vigilante and just go after somebody.
That's the better term. I like that, social justice vigilante.
Yeah, it's like
that's really what it is. It's more vigilanteism because they're going out on their own trying to do stuff.
I mean, dude, people grab stuff I say all the time and they fucking try to paint me like whatever the hell, like they grab a clip and then they put it up and they tweet it at people like, look what he said, like, it's like, well, you're trying to like get me in trouble somehow or paint me as something, and it's like, dude, I do a comedy show and that's about it. But these guys have been fired for it, like Opie and Anthony, right? Which one of them said something weird, although he really did say something that was bizarre.
I don't remember even what got him canceled.
It was Anthony. He said something racist or something on Twitter. What the fuck did he say though? It was fucked up. By the way, Tucker Carlson from Fox, who part of me thinks that he's a douchebag fuck, but the other part of me really loves this guy. I can't figure out why that is. The guy from Fox, Tucker Carlson. I saw him in a bunch of interviews recently doing like trying to advertise his show, going around doing the podcast in the YouTube world. And I really, I could be wrong. He could be a rich, spoon-fed piece of shit. But he seems like a nice guy, if that makes any sense. He spins stuff a little bit on his show. But he seems like a nice enough guy just trying to do a show on a fucking, news network that's pushing an agenda. But basically, Antifa is showing up at his house. Violent threats and intimidates against Tucker Carlson. Tucker Carlson protest at his home. Like, this guy's a TV show host, and there's like an Antifa protest at his home.
That's fucked up. I don't care what you did or anybody. Just fuck away from people's homes. I don't care. Just leave people at home alone.
But no
matter who they are, that's fucked up.
Here's the double standard, though, that I'm worried about. Like, the weird thing is, like, we've seen Trump in the past be like, these people, this and that. But there's also a lot of people that don't like Maxine Waters, and some of the left people. And Maxine has been somebody who said, like, make these people uncomfortable. And when you see them getting gas, when you see them at a restaurant, you know what I mean? Gather around them and show and make sure they hear you and make them uncomfortable. And it's like, what? That's really...
No, don't be a dick about it. That's not how you fix things.
And now but the thing is, it's weird. It's happening. And I feel like when it happens with Antifa, it's like, I'm trying to think, like give you the analogy to this. The analogy is, I don't know what the analogy is. It's like Antifa, the extreme people on the left, like Antifa, they're like a mob of like pawns in a game, like the foot soldiers, like they keep swinging at you, doing a little damage. And the guys on the right are always like, there's not a lot of those guys that swing and do damage, but there's always one dude who takes it too far. That makes any sense? Like at a certain rally, Antifa shows up and they got bottles and bicycle chains and bats and shit, you know? And they're like, we hate Trump. We'll hurt you if you like Trump. So they bruise some people and they swing the chains and they hurt some people and bloody some people. Some guy got his head kind of cracked open a bit. But there's a lot of them. But then on the right side of things, you get something like Charlottesville, where somebody kills somebody. But everybody else is pretty peaceful. But like one dude goes too far and kills somebody. Do you know what I mean? Isn't it weird? Like that seems to keep being the theme behind both sides, because every time you're like, oh, the dangerous Antifa, well, then the people on the left bring up Charlottesville and they go, what about Charlottesville? The racist guy killed somebody. But
we talk about it all the time. Everybody just generalizes everything. Yeah, there's going to be crazy, dangerous people in any group. There's going to be calm, smart people in any group. It's everybody. There's everybody doing everything.
Well, that's dude.
It's
that's
all on
the
a
thing.
spectrum.
That's the thing is, we say this all the time, and I always say this. Maybe people listening will like step back from their like raging fucking
it's about
right.
keeping us divided. It's about keeping everybody divided, so the rich people, fucking everybody, can stay at the top.
Everybody is too. The people on the left are staying on the social side on the top. The people on the right are laundering the money on the banks and staying on the top.
What do they say? The biggest scam is the person making $500 an hour convincing the person making $30 an hour, the person making $7 an hour is their real problem. Like that type of shit.
It's true, man. It's weird. You're a failure like JD.
Failure.
JD, why do you gotta call me a failure, JD?
Failure.
Maybe you should beast.
Let's beast with Recon, bruh.
What?
Well, first he called me. He goes, "What's gonna happen first? Is Joe gonna get 100,000 subs or get a house for his family? I'm betting neither, because he's a failure." You like bad like a sheep.
Failure.
Dude,
my name is Bad JD.
If somebody puts that over a sheep talking, I'm gonna die. Where's TSS? Put that over a sheep talking.
D from New York.
Failure.
And then, see, JD's kind of like Trump. So after he said that, he started smiling, kind of like an evil motherfucker. And then he goes,
the shitting grin.
And then when people were kind of reacting to it, he got happy about it. And then he goes, "Let's beast, brah." And that's why he's like so happy, because he just told that he thinks he just nailed it. So he goes,
failure.
Now listen to the tone of his voice.
Let's beast with Recon, bruh.
So happy.
Something about New York. I don't know. But yeah.
Joe, have you ever seen, you know what we need to do? We need to do a movie watch along where you and I sit down and watch a movie and people can watch it along with us. Have you ever seen God Bless America?
Oh my God.
Bill Murray's brother.
Oh my God, dude, that is fucking hilarious. Him and that little girl or whatever.
Yeah. I fucking love that movie.
Dude.
People, if you don't know this movie, go look it up. It's called God Bless America. It's by directors Bobcat Goldthwait, who you might remember is that weird guy that kind of talks like this from the Police Academy movies.
Oh, God.
And it stars one of Bill Murray's brothers, and it's about a guy that finds out he has a brain tumor. He gets fired from his job for being a nice guy, and then just decides to go kill somebody that's on like My Sweet 16 MTV show, and then just go on a killing spree against all the stupid fucking people. It's great. It's a great movie.
But you know what? I know something great is I watched the trailers for that for like a year. Like when they first started making the movie, and I was like, oh my God, I'm so excited for this. I haven't told you the best part yet, Troy. I never saw it.
You still haven't seen it?
I never saw it, and
it might still be on Netflix.
Oh my God.
We should hang out and fucking just watch it. Like people can watch it along with us and watch it. It's such a good movie.
You want to do like the red letter media thing where we like put a camera on us and like react to it?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, we could do something like that.
Yeah, as long as it's on Netflix, everything we live stream it. Like everyone else can watch it along with us.
Can we really live stream it though? Won't be in trouble for that?
Well, no, we don't put the film, we don't put it on screen, but the point is that if we're watching it live, everyone else can start it up with us, and if they want to watch what we're watching and and everything like that.
Hey, is there
what's the thumbnail for the I'm on Netflix right now. I just put in,
yeah,
I don't know if it's on there still, but
describe the guy's nostrils. I'll try to send it to you, Tommy. But
I think the poster's yellow. You'll see a guy that kind of looks like Bill Murray, but fatter, and a young chick.
I don't see anything like a yellow. I'm on Netflix right now, and I don't see anything yellow, like a yellow page at all on here. I'm looking at it right now. I don't see anything.
Search God Bless America?
Yep, God Bless America, and nothing's on here for it.
Yeah, maybe they took it down. I haven't seen it in like 7-8 years.
I can get it on Amazon Prime anyway. Well, that's the thing that blows me away, dude, is I saw that forever ago, and I was like, I can't wait to watch this, and I never did. And I can't believe it's that old now, dude. Wow, what is happening?
Oh, yeah, it's not on Netflix anymore. It's just YouTube, Amazon, and shit.
It's like,
yeah, I'll find it. It's probably for sale somewhere. It's so good.
Amazon Prime.
It's just like pure id. You're just like we're talking about. You want to go to crazy fucking spree and just kill all the stupid people. It's just like pure like. I'm trying to think of the word I'm looking for. It's you just everyone out there you just want to be like, oh yeah, I want to do that. Yeah, fuck that. Yeah, shoot that dumb bitch. Yeah, no, fuck those fucking stupid people. They go into a movie theater and there's some people talking during the movie. I won't tell you how that plays out, but it's a good movie.
Well, it's who would think that the movie would actually get it right about the future, because the people feel so fucking apathetic, like this guy, and this actually happened. So there's like shootings everywhere, just like this, where some dude's just like, "Fuck it."
No, it's not exactly the same. It's a little different, but
yeah, because I know, because he's in his right mind, despite. Well, no, not really, because a lot of these people are just mental, like full-on mental people.
Oh yeah.
Remember the last guy that just killed people before the other night? I don't know what happened last night. Something happened yesterday too, but that guy Caesar or something or whatever his name was, he looked like a penis with eyes. He's just like, yeah, that guy would kill people.
Right the dickhead.
Yeah, he's like full of fucking testosterone. He's working out every day in the gym, and he's got his head looks like a penis. It's like, oh, he shot people. Oh no shit, his head looks like a penis. You know, I couldn't see that coming. Now anybody I see that looks kind of like fucking like fucked up looking, I'm just like, that guy's gonna kill someone. Because you're just like, yeah, you're another one that looks like you can kill someone.
Yes, boss. I need to speak to you, boss.
Yeah,
it's not a good time right now, John Coffee.
I mean, if you look around at a lot of these guys, anybody starts looking like a killer then, you know? Like this guy, if anybody saw the Diablo BlizzCon thing, this guy looks like the fucking guy who was on stage trying to defend that Diablo Immortal game. What the fuck? But he's a fucking murderer. I don't know. It's really weird. Everyone's fucking terrible. But no, the thing I wanted to stress is, man, that everybody's bad. Because every group has bad people in it, that's why things are so fucked now, because social media allows you to grab anything from the bad of everybody. And you can easily build your narrative and convince yourself through sort of the cognitive dissonance shit, and then other things to be like, I'm right. I'm 100% right. Look at how terrible those people over there are. You can really demonize
if he's in
people.
jail, doesn't that mean the sanctum's unguarded? I can't remember the first word. There's something else with an S. Sanctum. Where's Dr. Strange? You need him.
I'm dying. Well, maybe that's what this is.
Dying here.
Maybe this is the second stage. You know, like the first stage was I had the cough for like 5-6 weeks. Now this is that second stage where I start to die. You know, like now I've got the flu part because my body's like, oh, we've been dying and you didn't realize it. You didn't kill the bacterial infection, so now we're actually going to kill you. So we're going to start having to die here.
Fuck up.
It's in the moment that Leah's on the door in Titanic, and she's just like, sorry, I'm just gonna let go of you, Joe. Oh.
Well, I gotta tell you guys, what's up, 2 more bottles? What's up, Alan? What's up, everybody in the chat? How you guys doing? If you want to donate, get your donations in. I'm sorry I wasn't up here at 10 o'clock again. I was sick, and I am sick still, but we're powering through. So I was told in this rap battle that's coming up, with Ken's show and everything, that basically, you know, I'm supposed to, you're not really supposed to rant on people. So before I knew that, I had started
How's
making...
it a battle?
Well, I guess it's not a battle. Like, you're not supposed to just go at somebody. You're supposed to just create a rap. So, which I think, I don't necessarily agree with that, but you just create a rap.
Freestyle exhibition.
Yeah, well, it's a tournament type of thing. Just brackets. And, you know, I scrapped... I have a little sample of mine because I'm not really releasing this That I mean, some of it's going to be released, but I'm reworking it because it's not really supposed to be an attack on somebody. But I'll play a little clip of it for you because I'm facing Famous B. I think I don't know if that's 100%, but I believe I'm facing Famous B. So here's the here's the sample of what I've been working on. And you guys tell me if it's all right. I don't know. Let's see if I can get it. Oh, you all fucked up letting Joe. Oh, that's the wrong one. Wait a minute. Fuck! God damn it. Why do I do this, man? Why do I fuck up? I'm blaming this on Troy. For some reason, this is your fault. Yeah. This is your fault, Troy. Yeah, it's very Eminem sounding. I got two different beats. That I settled on. One's a trap beat, and one's like an Eminem style one, and I went with the Eminem one. Listen to this though. This is very interesting.
Yo, what is Famous B gonna do to me? Dial 1-800-FAME, try to get through to me. I never pick up for someone not as good as me. More people know me and I'm not even on TV. Famous B better behave or get a time machine, go back in time and make him my slave.
Oh my God. I'm sorry, Famous B.
Lucha Underground, Famous B's fans can't be found. Ground and pound, astound, so unwound. Back over your head, now you drown. All my words so profound. Looking in the lost and found. Try to copy me like everybody else. Most of my fans.
But anyway, there's the clip of the beginning of.
Oh my God, I almost died. I was taking a hit, and then when you said slave, I fucking almost died. I was like, holy shit.
Oh my God, dude. I'm sorry, Famous B. So I got to rework it because the whole thing was just shitting on him, and now I've got to redo a lot of it. But I think I keep that part.
Yeah, but keep it in the line where you go back in time and make him a slave. Definitely, that was a good one.
He's gonna love that. Oh my God, you heard it here first. I don't know. I think it's Saturday when I'm going.
That jumped up a notch. That escalated quickly.
You better bring the game, man. You better bring your game. Yo, what's up, Tommy?
As I was on the show, I just looked up something. You heard of Mr. Bean? You ever heard of that?
Oh, yeah. Yep. It was on PBS all the time in 1988.
Well, now he has his own YouTube channel, and he has over 10 million subscribers, and they just gave him his diamond play button. How about that?
Are you talking about
Mr. Bean's on YouTube?
Mr. Bean is on YouTube?
Yep, and he has his own YouTube channel, and he has over 10 million subscribers.
Oh, it really is Mr. Bean. Wow.
And they gave him his diamond play button. I'm like, he's not even a YouTuber. And he's like,
well, he is now.
You know what's funny? If you look back, there are not a lot of those. There's something weird. Like, there's only like 12 episodes of Mr. Bean or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, I remember so many from being a kid, but there really aren't that many. It was like a pretty limited thing.
Well,
what is this? It's like Mr. Bean cartoons?
YouTube's become the new medium because what it is, Tommy, is it's like, you know, if you can't make it in movies anymore, you try to go to TV. And if you can't make it in movies or TV anymore, you try to do really shitty movies and like that no one will ever see.
Movies on TV.
Yeah, and then if that doesn't work, then you try to do like fucking Netflix or like one of those series, a series somewhere like that. And if that doesn't work, well, you go to YouTube. You know, I mean, really, like, it's become, and I know it's annoying because we were here first creating our own stuff, and now Hollywood's coming into our shit. But, you know, it happens. I mean, look at Pro Wrestling Unlimited. Look at Pro Wrestling Unlimited. I've been doing wrestling talk for 6 years. Pro Wrestling Unlimited, the guy who runs it, was a fan of mine for, like, years. And he created his channel, like, 3 years ago. Not even, maybe 2 years ago. Now they've got 140,000 subs. And I'm sitting here at 60,000, and this is a guy that used to just watch me. So it's like, wow. What the fuck?
You still talk to that one guy, Joe, that dogged on me a long time ago that was like really professional and ran with that one wrestling broadcast that you worked with?
I don't know what you're talking about.
The guy that like really talked shit to me that one time, that one that Dave got involved in.
Everybody?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Wrestling promotion or well, Connor from OKFabe was on that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Connor was on that show. Well, he was okay, that was the guy who had a channel who put about 8 different shows on his channel. So his channel was supposed to be like a network, basically. They only had they had like 500 subs, and his goal was to grab people's audiences and put them on his channel or whatever. And one of the guys, you know, got 80 views or something, and he crapped on Tommy or something. He made fun of Tommy. I don't remember what he said now, but yeah, I remember we fucking yelled at him. I remember he was like we really scared him. Like I think he thought he was making a joke, he said, or something, or he realized he fucked up because he was terrified. Because he was like, I'm wicked sorry. Like, I didn't mean to do that. And like, but he was like talking some crazy shit to Tommy, though.
Fear the SJWs.
I was the SJW, yeah.
You talked about us being friends. We're more like business people. We're business professionals. So when you say my friends, it's my business associates. And I'm like, okay, I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, he was taking it really seriously, too. That was the other thing I said. I went off on a rant on him. I was like, bro, you're going to come at my buddy Tommy for this and that? Like, you're fucking an idiot, dude. He's just a fucking dude doing this. And I'm like, dude, what you're doing isn't some big business thing, all right? You're just a loser on YouTube with, like, 500 subs. You know what I mean? You don't work for Wall Street or whatever the hell. And I flipped out. And then he was like, oh, shit. I felt kind of bad because I guess he, like, looked up to, like, stuff he, like, liked my stuff and everything. And I don't usually yell at people, but I was just like, I don't know, I didn't like what he was doing. Maybe I went too far, but he was basically like JB is to his fucking help. I'm dying, guys. But you know what? Even though you know, I only have the 60,000 subs, and I've been doing YouTube longer than anybody else in the genre, I think, right now. Like even JD, you know, I've been doing it longer than him. You know, when he was trying to do Call of Duty, he got a lot of his subs from Call of Duty. That's the thing, is like I think his first 30,000 came from Call of Duty, then it died. Then he switched over to wrestling. But even though that's the case, man, you guys keep me going with the financial support. So thanks on Patreon. So there's the plug for Patreon. Patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. Got to get one plug in a show. Somebody's like, Joe, why are you always plugging your Patreon? I'm like, dude, because otherwise I wouldn't be doing a show anymore. You fucking dummy.
Yeah, why are you plugging your Patreon? I need money to live.
Yeah, we wouldn't be doing this. I don't know. When I was working that
why
job.
are you plugging the Patreon?
Yeah, I don't have commercials. The commercial is I need help. Commercial is you pay money, I'm PBS, and we keep going. That's the commercial. And you get 30 hours of bonus content, too. So it's not like you just... You know, somebody the other day, too, wrote like, oh, you know, you stupid GoFundMe, Patreon, or whatever. And it's like, dude, GoFundMe isn't... I mean, Patreon isn't a GoFundMe thing. It's like you pay and you get something. Now, JD's might be, because all you do is get his video early. Cool, I got your video early. That's really cool. Shout out to TB Jammer, who went up to $5 on Patreon. Jabroni Jabber Podcast, who went up to $5 on Patreon. Jabroni Jabber Podcast, good guys. Maybe check them out on YouTube. I'm going to be on their show coming up soon. And Jesse upped his pledge so he could hear shit. So I'll have to just pay him back for that. It should allow me to just give coupons to some people. I don't get why it doesn't do that. Somebody just said, Jay Nasty said on Patreon, Jay Nasty said, hey, dude, you're going to cover the shooting in California on Throwdown. You're right. We really haven't talked about that. I really don't know a lot about it. And that's...
I saw something real quick. It was 12 dead in a bar, including the suspected gunman. Looks like a self-inflicted gunshot wound. I don't know if they have any... I don't know if there's any more than that yet.
That's how bad things have gotten? Like, who's the shooter? Because I'm surprised this isn't all over the media. Like, why isn't this all over the news? 12 people were killed. Oh, there's a little bit. Neighbors revealed chilling...
Oh, Jesus, says one of the guys killed was in the crowd at the Las Vegas shooting.
Oh, my God.
Jeez. Can you imagine that shootings are that common that it could happen to you twice in, like, a year?
By the way, do you know every time a shooter kills somebody and you find... By the way, I'm going to play the donations in a second. You know every time a shooter...
gets its wings?
No, but every time a shooter kills somebody and you find out what they look like anyone, you can go, oh, yep, that figures. You know, you can do that about anybody. So if somebody shoots up a place and it's a Muslim guy, you can go, oh...
Any men.
You're right, men. When there's a woman, you're like, whoa! Like, it is bizarre when it's a woman, I will say that. But if it's a white guy or a Muslim guy or any other guy, you go, yup, that figures, you know, like it's like. But I would say the most stereotypical is white male and Muslim guy. If it's a white male or Muslim guy, because I don't know why, white crazy guys. There's more white guys in the country.
Is by far the number one, yeah.
Brennan, Leah, come here. What were you going to say? What? Tell me something?
One of the girls killed in that club, you know, like the sister twins?
Yeah.
Was
28-year-old former Marine.
Oh, shit. One of the sisters girls, Tamara's niece, was killed. Like, from the show. Oh! Oh! I just sat on my ankle the wrong way. I have an ankle injury, so that's why I just screamed in pain. I'm sorry. Oh my god. Well, here's the guy. He is.
Don't put his picture up.
Why? Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe. Well, he's got a neck beard. I wanted to show off this fucking sicko's neck beard.
Joe, if you hadn't said that you had stepped on your ankle the wrong way, we would assume that Leah did something to you.
Yeah, I know, man. I this guy is living at home with mom, former Marine, got a pussy neck beard. That looks like my fucking shitty hair. What a psycho. Fuck. California bar gunman went from a Marine to living with mom. Then he shot people. What a psycho.
Here's a big issue. A neighbor told CNN that Long's mother, quote, lived in fear of what her son might do.
Yeah.
Saying when police were called to the house earlier this year, it took them about a half a day to get him out of the house. I think you needed to call the police a little more, lady.
Yeah. Well, you know what, though? Nobody does anything. We keep calling the police on people, being like, he says he's going to hurt people, you know, and he's playing with knives in his room. You know, it's like there needs to be a fucking way that we can mentally assess people.
Yeah, that's an interesting question. Where did he get the guns? Was he a registered gun owner? How, if he had a incident earlier this year, how did he still have them?
From what I understand, California has magazine laws, so, you know, either way, this is illegal. He's got illegal shit.
Well, you know what? From what I understand, California has laws against murder, so I don't understand how he was able to kill these people. That's the stupidest fucking thing anyone says. They have magazine laws. How did he get it? They have murder laws. He fucking killed people.
Well, the reason why
fucking thing you could say.
The reason why is because people think like, oh, you know, you got to create these laws that will stop people from doing things, and it's like, no.
It does. It does stop some. It doesn't stop everybody.
Yeah,
We've been
it's
over
true.
the point is you agree with background checks for, I guess, firearms and stuff like that. That's not going to stop criminals that steal guns and stuff like that, but it does stop crazy people. Some of them.
It's true.
The
It
point
stops.
is it stops.
It stops a lot.
To help stop some. You can't get rid of everything, but
Yeah.
you can help to stop.
I think my rage on the other side of that was always like, well, let's just stop. You know, murder's not illegal anymore because whatever. You know, it's like, no, you make things illegal so you set a precedent and a level and a barrier. Because for every one guy who says, I don't give a fuck, I'll get it and kill someone, there's like 100 guys who almost did it but got deterred by it.
Exactly.
So it's worth doing. And that's you're right. That's the point, and that's why you do it. So the sarcastic thing is, oh, it was illegal to do that. But yeah, I get it. I get that. And so I'm going against what my own thing was, but I like to bring up all the points, but it's not really a point. That's the proof, though.
That's totally fine. We brought that up, and now, though I did get a little angry, sounds like you understand the point. We had a rational discussion. You've come around a little bit on that. We've been very productive here.
Well, it's like saying, like, at the circus, being like, let's not put a safety net up, or like, you know, it's just like, why not do it? It doesn't hurt to do it anyway, you know? The good people are still going to get the weapon. You know, the bad people, most of them won't. Except maybe the one crazy, really determined one. And you know what, too? Here's the other thing. If there was no guns, the really determined guy would learn how to make a bomb. Or the really determined guy would go in with a couple of knives.
Well, let's face it, now we're making guns. Now you can print a gun.
Yeah. Oh, that's going to be weird. You know, we were all thinking, like, Star Trek. Like, we can't wait till we can replicate all these things. Who would have thought it would start with 3D printing, though? It would start with 3D printing, not a replicator necessarily the way you think, but a 3D printer. But I don't know if you know this, Troy, and everybody listening, but they've started to create the replicator. It takes right now it's like a huge plant, with all these different minerals and things like that and all these things, and they're starting to create things with that. Like it's above the printer. So that might be about 50 years away. But maybe in about 50 years, you can have a little microwave box that, hey, make this, and it just makes it.
Yeah, I mean, there's lots of stuff that leads to that. I think about how long have they been growing ears on mice for transplants for people and stuff like that. That's kind of a similar thing. It's learning about the cells, learning about stem cells and how they change into shit.
Yeah.
And yeah, one of the biggest things that they're talking about is for space, like for space travel, for storage and stuff like that, having basically like a replicator 3D printer that makes your food out of cheap protein like bugs and shit.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to be crazy, and that's good for, like, the trips to Mars and trips, even further trips, because you can keep yourselves alive, have people give birth in space, and continue on, because to get people places, that's gonna be huge when we do space travel.
Can we please just start taxing churches and give NASA more money?
Yeah, or take a little bit away from defense, to be honest. I mean, the defense is insane. Oh my God, Herman's.
My name is Kane,
Munster,
and I'm donating
Among Men. Here it is again, oh boy, here we go.
That's enough. Hey 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 hey. There's a schnauzer in my Wiener Schnitzel. Hey 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 ha 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 ha.
Thank you, Herman Munster Among Men. It didn't quite do the same what it did last time, but I don't know why. It's still funny to me.
I think it gets a little confused when you do long things like that aren't like a real form sentence, because it does have a little bit of intuition to figure out how to form sentences with the inflection like we were talking about with exclamation marks.
Right.
Best of luck to Mars Mirage, Troll Violence, Young Democrat and Old Man Gravy on their future endeavors with whatever it is they plan on doing. Keep it real, boys.
Thank you, Scott McKinnon. I'm sure
So
they'll
it's
appreciate
like,
that.
Whenever there's the long line of because it's not in a sentence,
Yeah.
it doesn't know what to do.
Plus that one, he put 2 exclamation points on it. So that might have really freaked
love it.
out.
I called him Young Democrat.
Yeah, that's Tommy's line. You stole from Tommy, Scott.
Super chat. Media makes it hard for us cops out here. Grow up.
Yeah, that's true. DJ93, man, what's up? I feel bad for the cops, like legit. I feel bad, like, for the good cops. You know what I mean? Because it's just like anything else. There's a couple bad cops, and they ruin it for everybody else. Do you know how dangerous it is for cops? I know you could say. I mean, do you know how dangerous it is for a young black male? I mean, yeah, I agree with that, but I do, and it's dangerous for a lot of people, but. It is dangerous to be a cop now. When you sign up, man, if you're a good cop who's just trying to do the right thing, oh my God, dude, you got people coming at you everywhere thinking you're the bad cop they saw on TV or whatever. And it's the same thing. It's same thing has happened to black people for years. You know, oh, you're the gang member that I saw on TV that kills. You know, like it's this sort of the same stigma. Everyone's got it now. It's too bad, man. What the hell is going on in the world? But yeah, it's not. That's a tough shit.
Super chat party.
There's been 307 mass shootings in the US this year.
Has there really, though? Dorian Moore, thanks for the $1.99.
Joe, I'm going to call it a night, man.
All right, man. We'll see you tomorrow if you're coming on Monetize this, Tommy. I'm about to end in a minute anyway.
I'll see you, buddy.
All right, Tommy. Choke that chicken. You know he's gonna with that laugh. You hear that laugh? He's like, yeah, cops. Hey, ho ho, ha, ha, ho, ha, ha.
I want to slap the fucking black off his face.
Great movie idea. The story of a rookie cop and his fight to make it through police academy, and his first day on the job he is called to a cemetery and gets killed by Arnold Schwarzenegger carrying a coffin. The end. I'm high # fuck JD.
Gorilla Strong with the largest donation of the stream. Gorilla, thanks, man, for paying for my cough medicine or whatever I'm going to have to buy tomorrow.
So it's like that scene in Terminator 3, except it's actually Arnold and he kills people?
Right. I don't know. Gorilla said he was high, so he could be having all kinds of... You know, I had a Gorilla Strong. Thanks for the $20, man. Gorilla. tomorrow night, guys, monetize this on the Joe Cronin Show. Monetize this. Get ready to get wet. What was I going to say? I had a dream the other night, a very vivid dream, that I was on a golf course. And I was playing golf. But that was it. There was no nightmare part. There was no anything specific. But I just kept dreaming all night that I was playing golf. And I woke up, and I was like, why the fuck am I dreaming about playing golf? I went back to sleep, and once again dreamed about playing golf. I don't know. I don't get it. I'm like, why am I dreaming? It was hit the ball, then we'd walk after it, like you do, and just looking around, look at the birds, and the green, and then I remember thinking the ball is really, that grass is really long right there, the ball's almost hidden, and then I'd hit the ball, and then for some reason whenever we would get to putting, we would putt it in the hole, and it would, how it makes that noise as it rattles around in the cup or whatever.
Yeah, sure. Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, the. It really, it was extra loud, really loud, and then everybody there clapped. Even the people who were on the 7th green or whatever, over there, they'd turn and they'd clap for you, even though they were maybe in the middle of shooting their own whatever. Yeah, it was really weird. For a little while, I was like, am I dead? Is this heaven?
So it was like Truman Show, but you were a golfer all of a sudden.
Yeah, it was just that's all it was. It was just over. It went on. I swear that I know that time is distorted in these dreams. It could be 8 minutes I was dreaming about it and that was it. But it felt like fucking that episode of Star Trek or something. I felt like I lived a lifetime on that golf course. It felt like I was there for I dreamed about it for 3 hours is what I felt like.
Well, let's go golfing this weekend and find out what happens.
I really want to go mini golfing, I think. Or we go real golfing, maybe. It's been a while. Because I don't really play hockey anymore, but yeah, that's the closest thing to playing hockey for some reason. Hitting that ball.
Slow motion hockey.
Golf is like the fucking football of non-athletic sports.
What?
Yeah, golf is like the football of non-athletic sports because, in all the other sports, you're always doing something. Like basketball, you're running up and down.
Oh, okay, very little action pausing in between. I got you.
It's okay. It's like football. You do the first play, the guy throws the ball, and then maybe they go to commercial, and it's you gotta, what the fuck? Golf is you hit the ball, and then you walk 6 minutes. It's the weirdest thing.
Which that or bowling? Because bowling, you don't go anywhere.
Well, okay, I guess the time in between the action, the activity, is what I mean. There's no other sport that's
You're right. There's a longer wait in between that. Yeah.
Yeah, bowling is kind of like that.
Bowling's more like baseball.
Yeah, I went bowling.
Frequent. Yeah.
I went bowling with Gavin today, and he was doing pretty good. He got a spare. I was pretty happy. Gavin's pretty good, Leah. Yeah, candlepin bowling. So all the people listening, 90% of the people listening don't know what I'm talking about.
What's candlepin?
Well, because when you give a candlepin score, people are like, "Oh, you're really bad," but you're like, "No, it's 300, but it's candlepin."
That's pretty fucking awesome, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, I usually bowl a 120 or something in candlepin.
For those that don't know and are too lazy to Google it, candlepin is almost the same lane, same number of pins, but the balls and pins are different. The pins are all very thin. They're all basically just straight lines. Think like pillars in a Roman Colosseum or something like that. Mm-hmm. So they're very thin. They're spread out just the same, so they're hard to knock into each other. And then the balls are smaller. Balls are handheld size, like a shot put.
And by the way,
you get 3 of them in every frame.
In candlepin, because of the scoring points are considerably different than 10-pin bowling, the highest official sanctioned score is 245. So the highest score in candlepin bowling ever recorded is 245 of 300. But in 10-pin, there's probably been several hundreds of recorded perfect games of 300 points.
Probably thousands and thousands. Mookie
Right.
Betts has a couple.
So candlepin is 245. So when I tell somebody I bowled a 125, they're like, "Wow, you suck." But it's no, it's candlepin. So it's candlepin. So, 245. So you got to add about 50 pins. So it's it's really I bowl about a 180 or a 200. So
like Fahrenheit and Celsius.
Exactly. So I bowl about now I don't do a lot of 10-pin, but once I get in the groove on 10-pin, I usually bowl around about a 180 or something like that. So
Candlepin's so much more fun because you have it's so much easier to control the balls and you just fucking whip them.
Yeah.
It's not like the fancy people do the spin or you got to hopefully go straight. You just fucking whip those things down the lane and watch the pins explode. Yeah. And you get 3 of them per frame.
Dude, it feels like the thing about candlepin bowling is it feels like you're pitching. I don't know why. It feels like you're stepping.
It's like softball. It's like fast pitch softball. You fucking hum them down the lane.
Yeah, and it's like, dude, you really can mess up. But once you get 10-pin throwing, like the throwing arm down, it's almost like every time that ball knocks all those pins down. But with candlepin, you can be almost precise every time throwing that ball, and it doesn't matter. You still won't get a strike. It's very difficult.
Been bowling, and I legitimately don't even know how long. Probably almost a decade or something like that. But last month for my cousin's wedding, we went to bowling for part of like the bachelor party thing later on.
Of course, the guy in the back has a Red Sox hat because again, this is a New England thing. Yeah.
First step up, I knocked down. I got a strike on the first roll. I was like, my first game was the best game, and I tend to just fade off after that. I got 3 strikes in the first game, and I think 3 more in 2 games after that.
When I find out that we're like when someone goes, let's go bowling, and then we go, and I find out that it's a bowling place that's 10-pin only, I get depressed. I don't know.
Tony goes, skee ball. It is kind of like skee ball, Tony, yeah.
Kind of in a way.
Mega skee ball.
This is more difficult. Well, not than skee ball. Skee ball is pretty tough. But, yeah.
Have you ever seen people like that are like insanely good at skee ball and just like nail the 100 in the corner like 10 times in a row? Like, how the fuck are you doing that?
This is another thing I like about candlepin better than 10-pin.
Oh, dead wood.
Well, not just dead wood, but see these pins are positioned. I like the fact that, like, because when I was bowling today, I was doing this, and I was telling Gavin about angles. And I'm like, dude, you're going to use the left side of this pin. You want to hit the pin on the left side so it catapults into this pin and takes the other one out, too. It's not just roll this big fat ball and then they run into each other. It's like, no, you're using sort of a skill here to hit the side of this pin to project it into the other one. Because if you hit this one in the middle, it just takes 1 pin out. Hit it on the right, it's going to go that way, and you're not going to get that pin. So you're aiming for it. It's very similar to pool in that way. So I love the idea that you use this angle, and this guy does it perfectly. Here.
10, so he will fail to mark in his first 2 boxes.
It's a great shot. Professional bowlers will hit this 80% of the time.
Just look at
Well done.
If you're wondering when everybody heard me getting excited about dead wood, one of the other key differences in candlepin, because it's so much harder, is you might have noticed the pins don't get picked up and reset in between balls to clear out the fallen pins. And that guy's throw, one of the downed pins was in between all the other ones, and he fucking ripped the ball through it and knocked them all down. So the dead wood fallen pins get to stay there, and they really help you clean everything else out.
Right. I just feel like when I play 10-pin, I just... I roll the ball, it like almost knocks down all the pins right away.
You don't get tired because you don't have to pretend you're a man and take the 15-pound ball every time. I like a 12-pound ball sometimes.
You got to whip
that shit
that.
Gets tired after so many games.
You got to throw that ball. Like, you got to whip it. Yeah, the big ones you can... I mean, I don't know, dude. It's just me. I hate the big balls. I hate 10-pin. I hate the big balls. I mean, that's the one thing. If we ever moved out of New England, I would be...
That's that.
Oh my god, dude, I would be destroyed. If we moved out of New England, I would probably never go bowling again.
You ever play a duck pin? Duck pin's weird too.
What? What the fuck is duck pin?
Duck pin's like a cross between the two. Duck pin, they look like normal pins, except they're really short. They're like half the height, so they look fat, like kind of like a duck from the front with a little head, fat body.
Yeah.
And you use the candlepin balls.
Really?
Look at that. Yeah, the pins just look so silly.
I'm going to go look it up. One of the things that got the best thing about bowling in New Hampshire, I remember in every morning, they'd have the candlepin bowling show. Did they have that up here, Leah? The candlepin bowling on TV?
Oh, that's right. Nesson had like the World of Bowling and shit like that or whatever. Or I'm thinking World of Tennis. So they got World of Tennis.
I think this was a New Hampshire only thing. It was like on the winds in New Hampshire. WNDS, what? Oh, okay. Yeah, but there was one in New Hampshire specifically. They probably showed it in Mass, too, because it was, like, probably throughout New England. But I remember the old one. They'd be like, Jim Anderson is up now. He's Had a 10 flick, and you just like, dude, you were like tranced watching it.
I love table. I like table bowling or like table shuffleboard, that kind of shit too.
Oh, here it is. Candlepin bowling in New Hampshire, 1989. Maybe this is it. Oh no, this is just someone who's like home video. Look at this guy's face. Wow, it is the 80s, bro. Oh man. Oh, maybe this is it. Oh, here it is. Yeah, this has got to be it right here. This is a clip of it from Channel 5. What the fuck is it? Here it is. This is it. Wow.
Oh my god.
I remember this music.
Look at the tracking. Look at it says tracking on the VCR. No one in the audience knows what that is. All right, maybe like 3 people.
Yeah, they do. My audience is average 30 years old or 25 years old.
That is.
This is the show. This is the exact show I watched when I was like 5 years old, and I loved it, man. And dude, I'll tell you what. I watch some of these scores now that these bowlers have, and the way how good I got with bowling, I could have won some money. Now they don't really do much of this anymore. I could have won fucking 30 grand in one night. Because this one guy won one time. He bowled a fucking 150, and he won. And I was at the bowling alley one night, and I bowled a 165, and I'm like, God, I would have beaten that guy. Oh, my God.
Today, our champion Dave Richards of Woburn, Massachusetts, faces the challenge.
Oh, yeah, look at that guy from Woburn won.
Burger of Hopedale, Massachusetts on Candlepin Bowling.
Hopedale, Massachusetts. Maybe it was a Massachusetts show and not New Hampshire.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Candlepin Bowling. I'm Don Gillis. And
oh, my God, dude.
Crew, we are sure glad that you could join us here at the Fairway in Natick, Massachusetts.
Oh, by the way, this is from 1992.
Burger, I'm telling you,
look at that guy.
Look at that microphone.
2 times. I'm old enough. That's amazing, isn't it?
Let's see what their camera angles look like. Now, he looks like the Unabomber. Oh, he just missed it. He just missed it.
8 and 10 out of there. The head pin never did go down. Right now, Paul's...
Oh, I hate bowling when this is on the left of me. This would drive me nuts switching lanes. Because I'd be like, I don't want this on the left of me. I don't know why. I don't know. Like, bowling is like baseball for me. It's like, if one thing is wrong, I get really pissed off. I'm like Bobby.
Well, it's funny you say that because some bowlers do get really pissed off. It shit happens depending on the wax.
Yeah.
One thing a lot of people don't know about, especially very casual people, is the waxing on the lanes and like the different patterns of them, what they mean, the different wear of them. That's why they switch lanes back and forth, is to reduce the wear of it and how it affects the spin, where you should throw it, different designs. There's so many different designs in the ways that they're waxed. Most casual places just have like the easiest one to help normal people, but the shit's crazy. Like, I had a friend in college that was really into it, and it's insane how much actual strategy there is to it.
Well,
you think it's just throw it and knock all the pins down.
One of the local bowling alleys that I went to, which was actually the one I went to today. Wow, that was a good shot. One of the local ones that I went to, they would like never really wax the lane that much. So when
oil. Sorry.
Yeah, oil. There you go.
I knew it wasn't wax. I knew it was saying the wrong thing. Oil. Thanks.
Yeah. So when they wouldn't take care of the lane very well. So when you rolled the ball, there'd be a lot of it. I call it running away. The ball would run away a bit. So if you tried to spin the ball, you wouldn't really want to do that because it would slide on the ground because it was slipping and sliding a little bit because the thing was never treated. So I bowled there for so long that one day I went to Boston Bowl in Dorchester, Mass, and they've got 10-pin and candlepin, but they fucking lather their lanes. So I get down there
24 hours a day and give you free socks.
Right, and you get those cool socks. I heard they don't do that anymore. But I could be wrong that you don't get socks anymore. If it's true, then what the hell? But oh, by the way, the explosion of those pins. Can we just hear that? Because I almost jerk off. Like when this explosion of pins. Oh God, if I could.
It is such a satisfying noise. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Oh my God, I hate 10-pin. Fuck you, 10-pin people. You don't know. Come live in Boston. I'm just kidding. No, but So it's
I think there's somewhere else. There's like one or two other like small places where it's popular. Like,
I think
say,
Canada.
like, somewhere in Maryland or something.
Oh, really?
Would you say Canada?
I was gonna say, yeah, maybe Canada. This seems very Canadian, you know, something. I don't know. This originate in? Was it Europe and then it came here or was it here? I don't even remember. I had to look up. But the thing was, the Boston Bowl.
You're right. Yeah, candlepin bowling is played primarily in Canadian maritime provinces in the United States. Yeah.
There you go. See, it's our. I think it. I don't know if it started where it started. I'll have to look it up.
Developed in 1880 in Worcester, Massachusetts, by Justin White, a local bowling center owner.
Oh, there you go. So it is. It's right out of Massachusetts, Worcester. Welcome to Worcester. But yeah, so that Boston Bowl, they lathered their lanes. So when I went in there thinking I was going to roll the ball slightly to the right and spin it and watch it slip into the middle and maybe get a strike, and I was so good at that time that the lane was so fucking lathered in shit. When I rolled the ball, it just rolled right into the gutter. It just fucking rolled right into the gutter. And I looked, and the funny thing was, I was with a couple people
This never happens to me, I swear.
Well, that's what it was. I'm with a bunch of people that never bowled with me before.
Like a fucking schmuck.
And I'm like, guys, I'm really good at this. Like, it's gonna be crazy. And I rolled another gutter.
Off gutter ball.
It must have taken me until the last 2 frames to realize what I had to change what I was doing, and I did. And I think I probably just barely lost, and I was embarrassed. And then I probably still won, I think, but it was like that first whole round was like gutter ball, gutter ball, gutter ball. And then I realized wherever I rolled the ball exactly was exactly where it was going to go. So if I rolled it down the middle straight, it was going down the middle straight. And so
Fuck yeah, I got everyone's addresses, Mon. I got everyone's fucking addresses, Mon.
I'm from Delaware and candlepin is almost as popular as 10-pin here.
that makes sense because, you know, Glorious 1.0, thanks for the $5 super chat. That's cool, Glorious. Yeah, probably because, you know, you're right below us, so it's probably started to bleed down, right? Because Delaware's right below New England. You're the closest state to New England, right? Besides, like, New York. Right? Isn't Delaware right under fucking Connecticut?
Jersey, Pennsylvania, then Delaware.
Oh, whatever.
New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Delaware.
Well, you're weird.
I mean, I work for a limo company.
No, not you're weird, but I mean, like, the Glorious is weird. Delaware is weird.
Oh yeah, Delaware's definitely weird.
It's a weird place. Joe Biden. We want to kiss his whole family. And their kids, too. But anyway, there it is. Thank you, Glorious. Nice picture, too. I think we should get the fuck out of here. Because it's like fucking 1:30 in the morning, and I can't believe that you guys all stuck around to watch this. Thank you for that.
Yeah. I'm gonna wake up early and get to the dentist.
You going to the dentist?
Yeah.
Like for what? Like a cavity?
Oh, lots of stuff. I haven't been in so long. Well, I got the chipped tooth from the bike accident like a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
One of my back molars is pretty much half degraded and gone because one of the wisdom teeth came in on it. So I probably need to get the 2 remaining wisdom teeth I have pulled. Definitely got to get, I think, that molar pulled. They're gonna, I think, like 2 crowns, some other shit. I don't know. It's like 2 months worth of work. When I went in last week, Dennis was like, well, you're coming in at a great time. End of the year, you know, we can set up a couple appointments over the next month because the insurance is a calendar year thing. And once the new year comes around, we'll just finish up the work after and rebill it for the next year.
Oh.
All right, perfect.
I have no dental insurance, so my guy just gives me a payment plan on his own. He's really pretty cool. But
that is cool. I think the only reason I haven't quit my job is because I want to get this done.
Yeah, dude, don't do that. I mean, I don't like. Leah needs a bunch of stuff done. I need a bunch of stuff done, and I'm not gonna do it till we get a house. And I'm probably gonna try to get dental insurance because I think it's like for $80 a month or $60 a month or something. It would cover me and Leah mostly, but it still doesn't cover everything. So it's like you pay $60 a month, but the root canal that I need is still gonna cost $500 instead of $1,200.
Yeah, it's not as covered because that's insurance. It might be the biggest scam of the entire fucking country.
Yeah, it's my dentist is
There's
awesome,
one thing
too.
I think we should accomplish. It's single payer. That's probably going to be one of the easier things.
Yeah.
It should be.
I think the point of the bowling talk was to say that I'm a lame white motherfucker who talked about golfing earlier, and also not only is bowling kind of a dorky thing, but like 10-pin bowling is seen as kind of cool. Like you have some beers, you throw that big 10-pin ball. But when you look at candlepin bowling, it just seems extra dorky. Candlepin bowling is like the fucking.
You don't have to try as hard in candlepin. It's so much more fun.
Well, I just think candlepin is the Dungeons and Dragons of games. Like, it's like a fucking, I don't know. It's just funny. I don't know. The 10-pin, it's always like a. I don't know. It's like the football versus hockey, I guess. I don't know.
It's exotic, Candlepin's more.
Speaking
exotic.
of hockey, don't watch the Bruins game tonight.
Oh God, yes. I just saw the score. I was like, ooh, thank God it was work for that one.
Yeah, it's like, dude, how did we put up 5 goals and lost? Fuck me.
Well, the question is, how do we score 5 goals and Bergen only got 1? He got me 6.25 points in fantasy. Krug put up 7.25.
Damn. Wait, Krug's back?
Yeah, earlier this week or last week.
Shit, I didn't know that.
My IRL here.
Yeah, it's true. I need my rest for Monetize This. Listen, thank you everybody who donated, was here hanging out. And, Troy, man, was here. Troy and Jesse for showing up, and Tommy, too. Could have been a weird night with just me, because I'm surprised because I fucking showed up an hour late. Anyway, we'll see you tomorrow from Monetize This. And something fucking weird's going to happen tomorrow. I don't know what it's going to be, but it's going to be something weird. So check it out. See you tomorrow. And check out my Patreon, too, by the way. Make sure you get over to Patreon. I did a Morning Madness. It's up. Listen to that. And there's
like
that
the video, bitches.
Here's S.Dollar now, too. He's fucking timing people out. He's gonna have a rap tomorrow. It's like, I'll time him out if I want. Fuck you, die. S-Doc, give me another little savage 1-minute rap or something.
You might as well slit your wrist. I come and get you. Listen and you feel the picture. I bang hard, me and Joe will come and bang your sister. Who are these guys, all these bums?
Keith for Barber hit track, maybe.
Yeah, go after Keith. Go.
Call it timeout.
Shout out to my nigga Heist. Everything precise. We puffin' blunts all day and every single night. Everything we do, always make the news. Damn, tell me what a brother really gotta do. Shout out to Foul Mouth. Shout out to Jake too. They keep it real like a real motherfucker do. Hamish bitch, Anthony Brown. You keep at me, dog. I'm putting you 6 feet down. Yeah, everybody love Joe Cronin, but